Red Wings hockey on Fox Sports Detroit is brought to you by Xfinity. Call 1-800-XFINITY today for a great offer. Ram Trucks, engineered to move heaven and earth. Guts, glory, Ram. And by Meijer. Shop Meijer and save on everything to warm you up this winter, from easy meals to cozy blankets and more.
A look at the Joe from across the way. Wings and Kings getting set to do battle. The first 10 minutes of tonight's game going to be absolutely huge for the home team. They haven't scored a goal since they saw the LA Kings a week ago tonight in Los Angeles. The two stars for the respective teams, Anze Kopitar for the Kings, Henrik Zetterberg for the Red Wings. They lead the respective teams, and you see their numbers against the team they will face tonight. It's our Flagstar Bank Star Watch. It'll be Kopitar and Zetterberg, and their teams meeting for the last time this year, barring, of course, a meeting in the Stanley Cup Finals. We shall see. We shall hope. To Ken Daniels and Mickey Redmond, we're ready for hockey downtown.
It's about time, too. And without a lot of depth, John, it's tough to score. It's too easy, even on the road for Daryl Sutter tonight, the opposing coach, to get the matches he wants against Detroit. Our U.S. Olympic goaltenders tonight are brought to you by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. There's Jonathan Quick, since returning from injury, hasn't missed many shots. He allowed 3 on 26, though, in the loss to Detroit a week ago tonight, his only regulation loss the past half dozen. Jimmy Howard, who will be his teammate for Team USA in Sochi. The past 4 games, 2 wins, 2 losses. In the wins, 44 saves in each one, including over the team he's facing here tonight. The referees, Dan O'Halloran and Rob Martell. As the Red Wings start with Luke Glendening at center. He's got Patrick Eaves on the right. Daniel Cleary is on the left. Jarrett Stoll is up with Dwight King and Trevor Lewis for Los Angeles. As the Red Wings, Cleary tips it. Over to get it is Drew Doughty. He had the lone Los Angeles goal in the 3-1 Red Wings victory last Saturday night. Doughty's goal came on a 5-on-3. Here he is with a shot and a save by Howard, who will have to be good early on, as he was in the win over Los Angeles and Dallas, and certainly was the other night, albeit in defeat on Thursday when he was spectacular against the New York Rangers, but his mates couldn't get a goal for him. But he'll have to hold his team in here, and again, without the depth and so many injured players, the Red Wings missing 8 regulars in that loss to the New York Rangers on Thursday. As Zetterberg tipped it to the Los Angeles line, the puck came back to center for the captain, Dustin Brown, number 23. Brown, trying to work around Brendan Smith, dropped it off. Comes to the near boards, and Abdelkader will be first on it for Detroit. Abdelkader with Nyquist and Zetterberg as the puck is dumped into the left wing corner. Willie Mitchell goes after it to the far side. Played ahead for Anze Kopitar, but not out of Los Angeles territory. Kopitar dumped it to center ice. Failing to pick it up, number 26, Slava Voinov, who goes back to get it. He was so terrific last season for Los Angeles. Not quite as strong this year, but still a force back there on defense, the youngster. Kopitar dumped it off. Carter out there for Los Angeles. Kopitar's got it, a 60-footer. Angled aside by Howard. A bump put on there by Matt Pratt. As the Red Wings get it to center to Kaiser. That was into the skates and offside.
Oh, I don't know if I like that call or not. He had control, Yurko.
Oh, 1-800-HANSONS brings you the scouting report. And the Red Wings have won 4 consecutive home games against Los Angeles, outscoring the Kings 18-8. And that goes back to December of 2011. And Jonathan Quick has struggled. You see his numbers. Goals against over 4.
That doesn't even come close to what his normal numbers are.
No, Los Angeles is the best defensive team in the National Hockey League at 1.97 goals against. And Quick, a big reason why, and even when he was hurt, using the backups and the unheralded rookies, and Martin Jones were outstanding. Sheehan played it across. For de Kaiser overskated. Picked up by Pratt. He couldn't get through. And Bertuzzi will send it in, and a wholesale change for Detroit. Played just over 2 minutes on this Saturday night. Glad you're with us on Fox Sports Detroit. Ken Daniels, Mickey Redmond, John Keating, and our Fox Sports Detroit crew with you as the puck came to the right of Howard, taken away by Kindle. Drew Miller will dump it in. Jonathan Quick out to play it for Doughty. Quickly around to the near boards for Jordan Nolan. Nolan didn't play against Detroit last Saturday. Tatar back in, makes the play, then he gets checked. Over there to clear it is Kyle Clifford. Kindle turning to get away from Jordan Nolan, son of Ted Nolan, the Sabres coach. In on the right wing for Corey Emerton. Couldn't make the play through to Tatar. Brendan Smith checked at the line. Was able to intercept the LA rush as the Red Wings in the midst of a change turn it over at center. Brought back in by Mitchell. Knocked off his stick. Gets it back though. Right in. Howard the save as the defenseman Mitchell with a great try. And Voinov couldn't keep it in at the line.
Boy, those line changes can be deadly, and they almost cost him right there.
Jarrett Stoll ahead for Lewis. Checked by Cronwall. On comes Cleary. Good play ahead. Eves turning with it. Then he got checked by Willie Mitchell.
By Willie Mitchell, too, defensively.
Mitchell hasn't been as good this year as he was a couple of years ago, but again with the knee injury sometimes takes a year to recover.
Well, here was this line change, and you see Mitchell upset at himself for this play, but see all the guys over here on the right-hand side. Boom, this puck is turned over, and away come the Kings. And boy, they come after you hard. Play right there to the right side, and Jimmy Howard, one on a white jersey. Heck of a play, and here's a heck of a play defensively by Mitchell. Second effort as Patrick Eves tried to cut into the middle to get a nice quick wrist shot. So quick pace to the game so far. Only 4 shots, all by LA.
This just the Red Wings' second home game since Christmas, but the only one here since 2 days before Christmas. There's a shot that got blocked. The other one was at the big house in Ann Arbor. The Wings playing 6 of their next 7 here. And try to find the true meaning of home ice advantage that has been elusive so far.
Seems like we haven't been here for months.
Yeah, it's been close to 1. Here's Doughty at the line. Took the shot, and that went wide of the goal. Played back into the slot for Kopitar. Zetterberg was tied up there with Brown. The two captains came together. Nyquist, Zetterberg's on the move. Nyquist still persisting on it. Good play by him. Zetterberg in front. Nyquist from the short side back to Zetterberg. And it rolled through, and Quick able to hold on. Nyquist taking a few extra cross-checks there from Kopitar.
Well, there'll be lots of that going on. The Kings are not happy that they gave a 3-1 game away last Saturday night at home. They went on the road, played well, beat St. Louis, one of the best teams in the league. But Jonathan Quick got some traffic around him, a little bit of interference, not enough to get a penalty, but enough to distract him on a couple of the goals on a 3-1 win. And that big night for Tatar and his celebration and the support he got from Zetterberg and teammates.
And after Detroit departed, they beat Vancouver at home before, as you say, won 4-1 at St. Louis.
That's a rarity this year, where the Blues have been really, really good everywhere, home and road.
First back-to-back regulation wins for the first time since December 19th for Los Angeles. Sheahan. That was knocked aside by Quick. Point shot went wide. And as tough as the Red Wings schedule is coming up, St. Louis, 16 of their next 20 are against top 8 teams in the National Hockey League. And they're in the wild, wild west.
But they're talented and they're healthy. So they're in a much better position than the Red Wings to handle that kind of a schedule.
Puck bouncing at center and grabbed there by Jordan Nolan. Couldn't get through, though.
Look at this guy. Look at him go. Right through traffic. He almost went through a guy's legs. Dwight King is big enough to make 2 of them. Tatar.
Stopped by Quick. Miller went back for Tatar. Checked by Voinov, and Mitchell over to get it. For Nolan, Emerton checked him. Corey Emerton had a good game in his return in the call-up in what was a busy day, and having played the night before in Grand Rapids, and because Joachim Anderson couldn't go, he made his way to New York just prior to game time for the warm-up. And Corey Emerton, this will be icing.
Nice effort, too. As did most of the kids over there in New York. 13:59 to go here in period number 1. And given that most teams in the warm-up look over and see the team in red and go, who are those guys? They don't recognize half of those guys' faces or names. No idea who they are. Kings have a better idea because they beat them 3-1 last week. But for a while, they're going to wonder, what the heck is this Detroit team all about? And those kids have played really well the last few games.
Save made by Howard. Rebound. Loose in front. A sea of humanity there, and the puck is underneath it somewhere.
What are you waiting for? Come on. Holy jumping. So with that, we'll take a break, and Jimmy Howard's happy for that. Couple of shots for Detroit, now 4-4. Face-offs are important always in the National Hockey League, and here's a direct win by the Kings that leads to a really good scoring chance. Watch 74, Dwight King, 6'4", 235. Great stop by Jim Howard right there. Good position. Solid with Dustin Brown on his face. Dwight King is playing really in his second full year. Last year, the lockout year, and he's blown away all numbers. 10 goals already, and his most ever was 5 before that. So.
And 10 points the past 16 games for him. Also has a hat trick this season among those 10. Yeah.
I'm on the bench in the warm-up tonight, and I'm looking over there, and I see 74, and I go, you got to be kidding me. He is a monster. I mean, he looks like two guys out there. And Tom Rennie said, and Mickey's mobile.
I don't know who would have been that big when you played going into the corner.
Peter Mahovlich was a big guy, and Peter was like 6'4", but he wasn't any more than 210.
Right.
You know, tall and skinny.
Yeah.
These guys are anything but skinny. They're in such great condition because we never worked out that way.
Oh, I'm glad you said that.
We worked out with weights, but not those kind of weights.
Okay. Cleary when the shot was blocked.
Our arms were in good position. They're in good strength.
Loose in front of the net, knocked away by Quick. Cleary, Eaves with a try.
Stop there by Quick. Look at him sprawl there. The ice is frozen. The pond is frozen, Jonathan. But boy, he's talk about an acrobatic guy. He missed about 4 weeks with a bad groin. And you can see why he'd get bad groins. Watch him. Look at him. Look at his movement here. And watch him sprawl. Down, looking like a cat. Oh, nice left pad save right there by Patrick Eaves. Look at this. He's in behind there, off the defenseman's stick. Look at this. Do you think he's not stressing those groins? Holy smoke.
And you know, and as great as he's been this year, and he's got a Stanley Cup to his resume, Ryan Miller's got the silver medal, Jimmy Howard's going to be part of that group, but it's going to come down Quick or Miller #1, and boy, it's a tough call the way Ryan Miller's been playing this year.
I got to think that Ryan Miller will get the call in game 1 because he was there and was great 4 years ago.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
You know.
Nice choice to have. Shot goes off a stick.
Yeah, it is.
Netting.
Really. Well, it's like Luongo and Brodeur for a long time with Canada, you know.
Right. Now it's Luongo and Price for that matter. And what LA has done this season, the best defensive team in the National Hockey League, best save percentage, and their backup goaltender has been pretty good too. Martin Jones with a .950 save percentage, and he won his first 8 National Hockey League games. And he's the backup now with the trading of Ben Scrivens, who's finding life in Edmonton. What it was in LA. A little different.
What a difference. I remember when Daryl Sutter got hired, a lot of people were laughing at that choice and saying, what are they doing? But boy, what a job he's done.
Yes, he has.
Unbelievable, really.
And the acquisition of that guy before they won the Cup, Jeff Carter, certainly helped because LA knows how to defend. They couldn't score, and Carter was a big part of them when they won the Cup.
Can you imagine, you look back, you turn the clock back, Richards and Carter, both mainstays in Philadelphia, they decided to blow that whole situation up for a lot of reasons. Right. But they end up in LA together, big contracts. Carter's one of the best natural goal scorers in the National Hockey League. He can score from anywhere. He had a couple of great chances last Saturday night, as a matter of fact, and Jimmy Howard bested him there, but you can't give him too many.
And since Carter became an LA King back in February of 2012, 49 goals, second most of all Western Conference skaters to only Patrick King. So, yep.
There you go.
So LA, though, struggling for goals, and that guy, Mike Richards, hasn't scored in a real long time. Number 10 for Los Angeles, none his past 23 games. He had 8 shots against Detroit last Saturday night, and Jimmy Howard beat him on all of them.
Well, with a lineup that's depleted injury-wise like this, and with so many young players without a lot of experience, your goaltender has to be your #1 star every night if you have a chance to win.
Dumped in to the left of the Red Wing netminder. Quincy moved it quickly. Oh, Bertuzzi took the hit. And the worst of that was Colin Fraser.
Well, that's what Big Bert can do.
Long pass for Fraser. Can't get through to Tar. He scampered over to stop him. Lashoff with a good play. An unfortunate break for Lashoff Thursday with a puck going off his stick. The only goal of the game that the Rangers got from Zuccarello. Tying up his man was Alec Martinez, the Rochester Hills, Michigan native, number 27. Brought in by Nolan. Lashoff forcing him wide. Nolan back to the line to Martinez. Nolan went in and hit Lashoff. Hindle pulled it back, got it back to Lashoff. Given up. Dowdy a shot. Saved by Howard.
Never saw it, I don't think.
There was a big screen in front.
Yeah.
Nolan went to the front of the net. Nolan's got it in the corner. Tipped back by Jarrett Stoll, inadvertently past Dowdy.
It was awkward. It wasn't in his wheelhouse. He had to try to take it on his backhand, and as a result, couldn't handle a pass at all.
Dowdy to Muzzin to Stoll to Lewis. Saved by Howard. Glendening. Good work to get it to center. Sent back in by Jake Muzzin. Here's Lewis with a try. Muzzin's got it at the left point. He's got a rocket of a shot. Let that one go. Was blocked in front. Muzzin and going off, and Dowdy. They got some big shooters from the blue line for LA. Lewis back to the line to Muzzin. Kicked at Brendan Smith. For Cleary. Cleary took the hit from Dowdy. Got it to center ice. Back in by King. Howard will slow it down. Kronwall around for Brendan Smith. He saw Carter coming. Nyquist overskated. Still off Zetterberg, skating in deep. Quick dumped it to the corner. Zetterberg hopped on it. Threw it back in. Abdelkader wraparound try back in front. Nyquist. Oh, it pinballed. And just unable to tap it in. Abdelkader was there. Quickly moved to Zetterberg. That goes off Voynov. He reversed it for Mitchell. The Kings Brown with a lead pass for Anze Kopitar to Carter. Play onside. Carter circles the goal with it. Looks for someone open. Still has it. To the line it comes, and the shot went off a leg as Regeer let it go. In back of the net. Safely played there by Zetterberg, but Robin Regeer, the 33-year-old defenseman, sent a shot wide. Abdelkader reaching out, tipped it down the ice. This could have enough to go for icing, and it will be.
Wow. Well, we talked about how good your goaltender needs to be to give you a chance to win. That hasn't always been the case, but Jimmy Howard was second to none last Saturday night in Los Angeles. 44 saves in a 3-1 Detroit win. A big night for Thomas Tatar and Jimmy Howard, both stars in the game. And there's a little motorcycle kick by Jimmy to outright.
.978 save percentage that night. So 3 of his last 4 games has been terrific. The lost forgettable game at San Jose, yes. Game he didn't finish, but a 47 save performance, albeit in a 1-0 loss to the Rangers on Thursday. He has to be great early to let his team hang in there, and he's been very good tonight early on.
That's another key, is to let the game get settled in and don't get behind early, and then you're fighting it all night long, and that's what they've been able to do. But if they could just find a way to find the back of the net and get a little more puck luck, they've got lots of opportunities, especially in New York the other night. The power play was good.
Yep.
Had a lot of good looks, second and third chances.
Odd man rush here happening for LA as the Red Wings try to get back. Richards had to go off to the corner. Ooh. The Red Wings in search of their first goal since there was 2:34 remaining in the win at LA last Saturday night. And Daniel Alfredsson got it. Alfredsson out of the lineup again tonight, along with Datsuk and Anderson and Helm, and Weiss, and Franzen, and Eriksson, and Gustafsson not back yet.
It's ridiculous.
It is.
I don't know what you call it.
Ridiculous, Fitz.
Yeah. The walking wounded. I mean, it's just, and talk about key people.
Miller. As we say, it's easier for the opposition coach to match. The Red Wings without their top 4 centers from what they planned to start the season, because remember Zetterberg was going to start in the wing with Datsuk.
Right.
So their top 4 centers are all out.
Well, your best goal scorer, Franzen, your best centerman, Datsuk, your second best defenseman in Eriksson. I mean, 3 key positions right there. And then Alfredsson.
And a very
your best goal scorer.
And a very important guy, not necessarily offensive, Darren Helm.
Yeah, right. Yeah, just from an energy standpoint and changing the mechanics of a game. Look at this.
Quick gave it away and then recovered as it came quickly off the kick plate in front, and they mix it up here.
Glendening and Stoll. It was a harmless collision that Stoll went down accidentally, and he just didn't like it. And Glendening, who's not afraid to stand up for himself, give him a little tap in the jaw back and said, "Not here, buddy, not tonight." We'll be back. Well, another one of our new guys wearing the old number of Paul Woods, number 15, Riley Sheahan. He looks a lot more grown up and comfortable this year. Gets his first goal the other night in Los Angeles with Tatar right there in the goal crease, and Jonathan Quick wondering, where do these guys come from? I don't even know who they are.
Your local Toyota dealers brings you the scouting report on Riley Sheahan, whose uncle is Rocky DiPietro. If you're a follower at all in this area and seen the Canadian Football League and the Hamilton Tiger Cats, Rocky was a Hall of Famer in '97. That's Riley's uncle, and Riley was a first-round pick of the Red Wings. And when he was taken in 2010, 21st overall, he was the first-round pick in 11 years that wasn't a D-man or a goaltender by Detroit.
He's come along nicely.
Yeah.
Coming very nicely. He's grown up now, and he looks very comfortable. I was standing 5 feet away from him during the warm-up, and he looks like he's not intimidated by any of this stuff at all.
Wasn't a big offensive producer at the University of Notre Dame. His last year came on as Lewis belted Cleary. Jarrett Stoll carrying in, and then offside as Lewis brought it in.
Glendening and Stoll again. Nice back check by Glendening to cause that havoc. Oh, yeah. These young Red Wings are full of you-know-what and vinegar, and they're causing trouble for a team like him. Look at Glendening coming back. He's picking him up and laying him down. Boom. Forces the offside. Stoll says, where are you come from? Who are you and where'd you come from?
Now, is that where the coaching staff says we need heavy bodies? Is that being a heavy body?
For a guy that's not big, doesn't have to be a big guy to be a heavy body, but he used his size and his speed there perfectly. He got leverage on Stoll. He got him off balance and give him a little shot, and he said, hey, I don't like this stuff. But he competes, this kid. That's why they liked him so much in Grand Rapids last year. He's done a nice job for Mike Babcock with all this stuff going on with these injuries, boy. Very responsible defensively.
Abdelkader's got it. Abdelkader playing in his 300th career NHL game tonight. Oh. Here it is, Zetterberg, waiting, and a save by Quick, a sprawling stop.
He tried to get cute, and the right move, too, just didn't get any break on it.
Another one in front. Wow. Abdelkader trip, penalty to LA.
Wow. Zetterberg frustrated and he couldn't find the back of the net because he had nowhere to go. If we get the right angle on this, I'll show you exactly what he did. Nice play by Brendan Smith. Havoc at the blue line, scrambling all over the place. Now watch Zetterberg. He knows to hold it right there, guys. Quick is out. He's got nowhere to go here, and there's nothing up here to see that way. He waits, and waits, and finally tries to go right in here. But Quick makes a nice save with a paddle right on the ice. Even though it got underneath, it was outside the goalpost, and no luck at all on the good side for Henrik Zetterberg offensively in that play. Wow. But a nice save by Jonathan Quick, acrobatically again.
First power play of this game for either team with 6:13 to go in the first. Red Wings trying to get a Bell Tire power play goal for the first time in 24 attempts. 0 for 23 the past 6 games. Ranked 22nd now in the National Hockey League against the 7th best penalty killing unit. LA's allowed just 10 power play goals their past 15 games. Regeer to Voynov. Good tap pass ahead by the LA defenseman to Kopitar.
That's knowing where your teammates are and communication back there by LA to make it an easy clear. We're already almost 40 seconds into the power play.
As to Kaiser, dropped it back. Nyquist brings it on to Tatar for Cleary. Tatar to the line. Kronwall. Zetterberg near side. Goes back to Kronwall, flipping puck on him. Knocked out of the air by Lewis. Free puck here for LA and on to Doughty. And a long slapper wide down the ice. LA will change the penalty killers. Richards comes out with Carter. 2 former Flyers, as Mick spoke of. Quick kept it alive for Regeer. Off the glass to the line. Good hold in by Tatar. Hit a stanchion, came right in front, and whacked down the ice by Voynov. LA's penalty killing, perfect the past 5 games.
What do you got? Oh boy.
Too many men.
Detroit 6 guys without a question. Wow, this is not good. Boy, oh boy. 6 guys in the play.
Detroit's got a benchmark.
See how upset Mike Babcock is. And you can see what's going on here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 and 6. There's your skater, plus your goaltender back here. Boy, that is a major, major miscommunication at the bench. And coaches don't like that because it usually reflects on them, no matter whose fault it was.
Or one of them.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, but they always are the ones that get blamed for it usually. And it's hard for a coach at times. Yeah, well, it was number 20. He wasn't supposed to go.
I'm glad you picked your number.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. I've been there. Yeah, it happens.
So 4 aside, and if nothing else transpires, LA will have the man advantage. Kindle jumping in deep. Spins back at the line. And another one, button hook. Back into the corner. Mitchell was checked by Yurko. And Los Angeles, 90 seconds to work with the man advantage as Bertuzzi's in the box to serve the too many men on the ice penalty. Anze Kopitar. Put on the brakes, checked immediately. As Quincy came over. Martinez for Doughty. Kopitar missed Carter with it. Last shot. Good bank shot. To relieve the pressure, and the Red Wings can get a change.
That last play there by Glendening is the reason why he gets used on penalty kills. His speed prevented Kopitar from doing anything but stay wide and go around the back of the net.
Rimmed around by Martinez. Going off, the defenseman moved in deep, and he got dumped, tripped up by Kronwall. Loose puck, good play, Miller. Here's Everton. 1-on-2, shoots it in, goes after it. Quick played it away from him. Good play there by Corey Everton. Justin Williams stumbled across the line. 14 goals and 28 points for Williams. Former Plymouth Whaler. Going off. Will go after his shoot-in along with Kronwall. Good play to Miller again. Nice job by Detroit's penalty killers.
Well, this penalty is going to expire, and neither team got a shot on goal on their power plays. Neither one.
Drew Doughty will be a second-time Olympian in Sochi. Chipped through, and Kindle's got it. A looper to center by Smith. He was knocked out of the air by Muzzin. Red Wings recover and Abdelkader. Doughty forces him wide and then hit him. But Nuda let up on the hit, which would have been much worse from behind.
Yeah, just enough up behind him. You're right.
Zetterberg checked there by Colin Fraser. Look at the strength of Zetterberg. And Abdelkader tries to get him the puck back, and sure enough, he did. Smith moves in, he's got it.
Look out, ref.
Nowhere to go really there for Rob Martel.
Smith got hit in the face.
Smith got knocked down.
Well, look out, you don't want to get caught gambling here.
Kindle just dumped it back in so the Red Wings can get a change.
You're inside 2 minutes in the period. There's no score in the game. You're undermanned with, on paper, you want to get out of here at 0-0 at worst here.
So, Mick's giving you the score, and we'll tell you you're watching Red Wings hockey on Fox Sports Detroit, presented by Bell Tire. The late, great Terry Sawchuk died at an all-too age at age 40, laid to rest in Mount Hope Cemetery in Pontiac. 50 years ago on this day, he garnered his 95th career shutout, passing his hero George Hainsworth for #1 all-time. Sid able to coach Gordie Howe that night at the Montreal Forum, the night after he got shutout number 95 for Terry Sawchuk. And he played 14 years with Detroit and 1 with Los Angeles, so that's the tie-in here tonight.
He was an incredible goaltender. I had the great fortune to play against he and Johnny Bauer in '67 when they won the Cup in Toronto for a couple of years there, and boy, oh boy.
And then he was exposed by Toronto in the first expansion draft, and Los Angeles took him Terry Sawchuk was the first player taken in the expansion draft. Played 1 year with LA.
Look at here.
Was with Detroit on a couple of occasions.
There's most of the time without a mask on.
Yeah.
Can't even tell if he's got a mask on in that one or not. But this guy was unbelievable. He won Stanley Cup final. Had 2 or 3 shutouts. His goals against was less than 1.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Only played 1 season in LA, who then dealt him back to the Red Wings and finished up his career in New York, and then tragically died. That horsing around accident. Whoa, and
Ronnie Stewart.
yeah.
Right.
Glendening in the middle of things again and leapt over top of Quick to avoid a collision there. Chance to tell you not to miss the Original Six hockey here next Wednesday when the Wings and Blackhawks go at it. Chicago, their only regular season trip here to the Joe. For tickets, go to DetroitRedWings.com or speak to a ticket executive right now. They're standing by to hear from you at 313-471-7575. 8 o'clock start, note that. The Red Wings and the Blackhawks on Wednesday night. And we've got St. Louis coming in here on Monday prior to that. Boy, this is a tough schedule ahead.
Montreal
For
next
the Red
Friday.
Montreal next Friday night. I know you'll love that. The Original Six, another one. This one of the members of the Original 12, so to speak. The LA Kings and the St. Louis Blues in the first wave of expansion.
If the Red Wings could dream of getting one of the 3 spots that is guaranteed a playoff spot, Tampa Bay and Montreal are the 2 teams probably that they're going to have to beat out. Tampa Bay lost today 5-4 at home to San Jose.
In the slot, Nyquist just wide. Came loose again. Zetterberg's got it. After they were up 4-2 in that game.
They were.
Zetterberg. Ahead for Quincy. And Quick will hold on. And that game, by the way, Marty St. Louis scored 4 goals for the Lightning, and Joe Pavelski, his first career hat trick with 3 for San Jose. Well, speaking of the old greats and Terry Sawchuk and his former teammate Tim Horton. Tim Hortons brings you the upcoming game schedule. Next 7 of 11 here. 24 games remain after the Olympic break.
After the break, that's right. 11 games to the Sochi break.
Yep.
And 7 of them are at home. Now, that doesn't mean much when your home record is 6-10-3.
Yeah.
Or 6-10-7 rather. But what it does mean is you're way overdue to put on a good show in front of your home fans and to get some hay made here at the Joe.
It's tough to explain. Everyone asks us why, and I say, well, the 1-7 shootout record, and a lot of them in this building, that doesn't help. How do you explain the difference how Detroit's played so well on the road and not at home? Well, beyond injuries, there's the shootouts, but other than that, it is tough to explain why.
It is. I think the next time they get a shootout at the Joe, if it happens to be tonight, you're the home team, you have a choice as time will run out. I'd say, yeah, you're the other team, you go first. Change it up. Anything to try to change it up and change your luck. Red Wings need a point, and if they were to tie 11 games the rest of the way and get a point in each one, I think I'd be happy with that, going to the break till they get healthy.
Well, we spoke of Luke Glendening in the first. John Keating will speak with him moments from now in our Ram Intermission Report. And let's send it to Chris, Darren, and Trevor.
First period in the books here at Joe Louis Arena, Detroit, Michigan. 2014 in January, and Mr. Glendening, 24 years, 8 months, had himself a very good first period. He's a very solid call-up for Mike Babcock. He's not afraid to do stuff like this to get into the faces of some veteran players. Here, Stahl again, not liking what he did. It's his speed that really is his calling card, and he's not afraid, as I said, to get in their face. Here, look at him force Kopitar, and he gets secondary support from Quincy. That's a nice turnover right there, and that was in a shorthanded situation. Here he avoids a penalty and saying, oh, sorry, guys, but what the heck. All over the place. Nice period for the Red Wings. No score, yeah, again, and that's, what, 9 periods or so, but they're even with the LA Kings. And for Luke Glendening, first period of 4:25. You think he played more than that, Ken?
Yeah. Well, that's a good thing then.
Yeah.
He's out there. A reminder to vote in the Fox Sports Detroit Red Wings Player of the Game, presented by McDonald's McCafe Rewards. To vote, just text WINGS, followed by a space in the player's uniform number to 37338. Or vote online at foxsportsdetroit.com. Final results for you post-game during Red Wings Live. Jimmy Howard stopped all 8 shots that he faced. And Jonathan Quick, the same 8 shots.
both
Jimmy
teams-
Howard, he's 52 saves in 4 periods against Los Angeles.
Yeah, both teams had a power play, and neither team got a shot on goal. That'll change if they get power play opportunities later in this hockey game. But Red Wings just, they are really snake-bitten around the net right now. They need something to bounce in, take a funny hop, anything. Off a skate, off a leg.
7 periods without a goal. Plus 2 minutes and 34 seconds. As that play goes offside.
Well, when you're undermanned like Mike Babcock is right now, the longer the game goes and you keep it even, the happier you are. And as I said, and I smile when I go, Coach. Somebody said something funny down there, that's for sure. But like I said, you got 11 games, and if they ended up at 500, the way things have gone for them with the injuries and the inability to score, if they're 500 in these 11 games, I'm not sure that would be all that bad to the break and try to get healthy, Ken, and then see what happens. You can only hope that Carolina, Columbus, New Jersey, Tampa Bay, Montreal, and all these guys in Toronto who've gotten hot again at least start to cool off as the ebb and flow of the NHL season wears on.
Quick will hold on the shot from Brendan Smith. Let's bring you up to date on the Eastern Conference playoff picture as of this day.
There's your 2 wild cards right there. There's Montreal at 59 points right there, and Detroit sitting at 50. Columbus, red hot. Ottawa, red hot. New Jersey, medium hot. Carolina really playing well. Even the Islanders, and Toronto's gotten back on track. And New York Rangers absolutely on fire. They win this afternoon. 4-1, I believe it was.
Red Wings with a couple of games in hand on Toronto.
Oh, boy.
Given away behind the goal. Sheahan with a try. A week off his first career goal against these Kings. Sheahan up with Yurko and Bertuzzi. Yurko, something hit him in the face.
Yeah, it was a stick and that scramble in front of the net.
He's gone over to the Red Wing bench. There's a seat on there, though. Seen too many Wings go down the tunnel.
And he went out the other night with a bit of an injury in New York. He came back.
Tatar with a good feed ahead to Emerton. Can't get through Muzzin and Doughty. Kopitar around for Jeff Carter. Dustin Brown out there with him as Kopitar carries to center. Odd man rush here. 4 Kings are up. Brown to Kopitar. Back to Brown. Band on it. Still with it, though. Back to the line. Muzzin with a shot, and Howard will hold it.
You know, the thing about that is Emerton was a forward back playing defense on that 4-on-2. But they weren't able to take advantage of it because Dustin Brown lost the handle. Here's Emerton here because the defenseman gets caught pinching. You can't afford this against this LA Kings team. Look at these 4 white jerseys right there. And Brown hiccups with the puck right there. He absolutely fanned on it completely. It happens to everybody. And Jimmy Howard through traffic says, enough of this stuff.
Dwight King put the puck for Lewis, but too far. Moving in is Mitchell. Howard stopped it. Kindle cleared it. Without a stick is Glendening. It's broken. So Mitchell with some room played it back into the slot off Fraser's stick to the line. Voynov saved by Howard. Comes to the line again. Glendening, no stick. Tries to block Mitchell's attempt, who got it into Jared Stoll. Back for Mitchell, but mishandled.
Go to the bench, kid. Get over there while you can.
Yeah. Glendening hurries, and he gets replaced. On for him came Riley Sheahan. To the near boards. First on at Los Angeles, Regier. Laid back in deep by Stoll. Kindle with a hit from behind on Lewis. He's going to get a penalty.
Lewis didn't even flinch over it either. I mean, that's interesting. Obviously, he didn't think it was a dirty hit. But again, it's too close to, I guess, looking at the numbers. Yeah, if you look at it, well, he hit him from the side, see? Boy, hit head first.
Sure did.
Detroit, number 4, minor penalty for boarding.
That again. Did he stumble? Yeah, he did. But see, his foot was Kindle's right leg was in behind Lewis, so yeah, you got to make that call. Even though he hit him from the side, he caught him off balance and couldn't hold him up.
Well, Trevor Lewis scored 2 goals in that 4-1 win over St. Louis. His first goals in 54 games, going back to last March. That was a huge relief for him, and relief there that he wasn't injured badly. So Red Wings on the penalty kill here. Mike Richards sent the shot wide. Going off for Martinez. Alec Martinez to Mike Richards. Out with it came Fratton. Glendening, second attempt, tries to clear. He got some help. Martinez.
Ooh. Howard collision in front.
Kronwall gets up after that battle with Fratton, and down the ice it goes.
They can't afford to let that play come down low like that. That was too good a scoring chance, and if they get it up, it's 1-0.
That's Slava Voinov. He'll go after it again. Quincy let it go to Lashoff. It hit his own man, hit Emerton with it on the attempted clear, so it stayed in. Kopitar. Andrzej Kopitar back here to Muzzin. To Kopitar. Doughty sneaking in. Kopitar shoots and a save by Howard.
That's a good save because I don't think he saw it, but he stopped it. That's really key. Another one.
Shot up high.
That hit him.
And Detroit able to send a bouncer down to Quick.
Jimmy was stunned by that shot. Stunned not that he's hurt, but the fact that it hit him all through traffic like that. Boy, he's living right now.
Muzzin to Doughty. Kings man advantage, Carter. 25 seconds left in the power play. Jake Muzzin took the shot, blocked in front. And Glendening able to chop it to center. Back for Kopitar, left it there for Brown. Dustin Brown in. Goes back to the line. Howard saw it all the way and holds on.
You see him jab that butt into that stick into whoever that is down there. He's a little bit sick and tired of being run into and whacked and hacked. And he just jabbed that stick into, what's that?
Trevor Lewis.
Trevor Lewis in behind him. There's the save on Toffoli there, and then Kopitar. This was a dandy save, and then this next one hits him off the stick of Muzzin. And he's got Dustin Brown in his face. Watch Fratton. Watch the follow through. Watch here, right here. Look at bang. I mean, that's right in the teeth. Holy jumping. He got knocked over on that. And watch, look at him. Look at what are you looking at? Stripey? Come on. Holy jumping. I don't think he was that nice.
4 shots on this power play for Los Angeles. That is 9 seconds left in it. With Kindle in the box. Lashoff off the glass and down. And that'll do it for the man advantage. Well, the Red Wings return to full strength. Los Angeles 0 for 2. The Red Wings have had 1 power play try tonight. Puck back of the goal. To the line to Mitchell. Backing up, shoots it off the stick. Nyquist got there before Lewis.
Look out.
Zetterberg had to recover on it. Poked it ahead to center. But Voinov sends the Kings back on their way to King. Another Kings, Dwight King. Hits Smith. Picked off by Nyquist. One-on-one on Mitchell. Played it back. Zetterberg overskated, and then Abdelkader couldn't get it through. Then Nolan couldn't get out. So the Red Wings, Nyquist, back in front off Abdelkader's skate. And up out of play by Quick.
Well, Zetterberg's playing with Nyquist and Justin Abdelkader. Nyquist has gone quiet lately. They need him to get her going with all these injuries. He's got the speed. He's got some experience, more than a lot of these young guys in the lineup. And he and Zetterberg seem to work well together. They like playing together. So, and Abby, he plays everywhere. He's a mucker and a grinder and a guy that will stand up for his teammates. He'll score you some goals. Goes to the dirty areas of the ice. Doesn't mind taking a beating like Thomas Holmstrom did for so many years. And players like to play with Justin Abdelkader, especially Datsyuk. And they can get him back.
Pavel Datsyuk won't be back on Monday against St. Louis. The earliest he'll return is next Wednesday against Chicago. And that's the earliest, and we still don't know about that. for Pavel Datsyuk. Daniel Alfredsson's been off the ice this past week. Hasn't even skated with back spasms. Bertuzzi back to Sheahan. Near boards for Kyle Clifford.
Ooh, nice play.
Kept in at the line for Bertuzzi as Yurko held it in. Bertuzzi played the body. Yurko slapped him the puck back. That went off Sheahan. Good work by Doughty. Jordan Nolan. Flipped one deep in the Detroit zone. Kronwall, quick feet ahead, sees Zetterberg going. Wanted help. None coming.
Bertuzzi's the old goat in that line. Just two young guys.
Yeah. Wide of the goal by Pratt. Richards moving in. Taken away by Kindle. His pass intended for Nyquist went off the skate. So the Kings Pratt.
Wicked speed in this game.
Yeah.
Boy.
I say you can't skate. You won't be able to play this game if you don't skate at a good speed. And center for Fratton. Looking over from Toronto with Ben Scrivens, who's now in Edmonton, as mentioned, for Jonathan Bernier. Popped up to Glendening. For Eves, just onside. 4 Red Wings up, back to the middle. But Quincy able to keep it alive.
Let's shoot the puck.
Eves boxed out his man. Voinov tries to dig the puck out of that scrum.
Wow.
12-12 to go. Second period. You're watching Red Wings hockey on Fox Sports Detroit, presented by Bell Tire.
Still no score on this one. Corey Emerton, another one of the young guys up from Grand Rapids, filling in. And look at this play in front of the net. There's your defensive responsibility if you're a centerman on this hockey club. And watch the give and go here and what he does after. He takes the puck there. Hold it right there, guys. Boom. Watch him take off to try to make it a 3-on-2 here in the red jerseys. Full bore. Look at him. Up and down, right, left, right, left. The puck ends up getting turned over. Nice play defensively by LA. But however, boy, that's the way to pick it up. He's a good skater, Corey Emerton, a good, reliable guy back in his own zone, as that position showed you.
LA wins that face-off for Doughty. But the Red Wings able to regain control. And then knocked away, and over to get it, though, came Abdelkader. Dustin Brown. With Carter and Kopitar. Against the Zetterberg unit with Nyquist and Abdelkader. Doughty and Muzzin on the back end. Jake Muzzin's got it.
What we got?
Hand pass call or a penalty here. Cross check.
Is it?
Yeah. Brendan Smith.
Boy, it was a good job by Zetterberg to try to stay with Kopitar, who's got twice the reach of Zetterberg, and not have him get away from him, but away from the play. Brendan Smith, who doesn't like the call, as you can see, was wondering, why did you call me for cross-checking? But he got hit in the left ear. That's what happened. He got upset. Oh, yeah. That's a pretty good cross-check at the back of the head to Dustin Brown, but he got cuffed on the ear, and he's mad because the referee didn't pick that up. So usually the retaliator is the guy that goes to the box by his lonesome.
Glendening will put it in. LA working on their third power play. Kopitar brings it through. 10 points the last dozen for number 11 in white. Kopitar, an assist in 4 straight games. Doughty played it back to his defense partner, Jake Muzzin.
Glendening giving him a couple of shots over there. He's not afraid to give it to anybody.
Quincy going off. Good hold in at the line for Los Angeles. Oh, scores! What a great shot.
Was it ever?
And a long time coming for Mike Richards.
Well, you can credit, was it Stoll that kept the puck in at the blue line?
Voinov.
What a heck of a play that was. That thing was bouncing, and Richards came off the board. See, Lashoff's got to take care of Justin Williams over here, but he came to the middle and tried to use the defenseman as a screen. It might have hit Quincy, we don't know, but it was off the bottom of the crossbar and in for the first goal of this game. You can see Quincy's right leg and his stick. Oh boy, I don't know. Oh, it hit Jimmy right in the jaw. Off his jaw and underneath the crossbar. That, boy.
First goal in 24 games for Mike Richards. Remember, I mentioned he had 8 shots in the 3-1 loss to Detroit. So it wasn't for a lack of trying he wasn't scoring, and gets a goal here tonight. A power play goal, just like the Kings did in Los Angeles. They led 1-0 on Doughty's 5-on-3 power play goal, and then the Red Wings scored 3 straight. So maybe they can do that again. Saved by Quick. Puck back of the net. Bertuzzi knocking it down, goes to the line with it. De Kaiser with a shot, and Jonathan Quick will hold on.
Well, they're going to be nasty in front of Jonathan Quick, this big Kings team. They don't like you standing around the front of the net, so you got to hold your ground. A good stop, very Howard-like there by Quick through traffic, and no rebound, which is even better.
Well, and since Jonathan Quick's return, the Los Angeles Kings, their past 6 games, have gone 4-1-1 since losing 5 in a row. And then Jonathan came back, and prior to going out, they went 9-1 in their 10 games. So they went 9-1, lost 5 straight, and now they're 4-1-1 since Jonathan Quick returned. So back on a roll again. And like Detroit, a tough schedule. Going to the front of the net is Smith. Off a skate, off his stick. Back by Nyquist in front.
Yes.
Scores! Henrik Zetterberg!
Finally. Whoa!
A long time coming. First goal in 8 periods. 1-1.
Hallelujah. Oh, boy. Well, Nyquist makes the play. There's a couple of plays here. Again, number 8, Abdelkader causing problems. A blind pass right onto the stick of Zetterberg. The Kings with 3 guys around the front of the net. You can see that. Look at between the feet, right to Zetterberg in front. And 3 Kings are there with a 4th on the backside over there. Look at this. Right through Abdelkader. And Quick has to play that. No chance there. Dustin Brown can only look on helplessly. And the Red Wings get it into the back of the net.
And nearly another one right there. Abdelkader! Wraparound try! Oh, and Quick kept the foot on the post and held it out. 41 seconds after Los Angeles scored, Zetterberg replied in the game in LA when the Red Wings scored 3 straight after Doughty's power play goal. It took the Red Wings 3:01 to answer. This one even quicker. And Mitchell kept that out too with Quick's foot.
Where's the puck? See that push? Watch his right leg push off that right goalpost.
They're going to look at this.
No kidding. Doesn't look like it's in from there.
But Toronto will be looking at it in the Situation Room.
You can't shove the goaltender's pad or skate into the net with the puck. That's not allowed. But his whole skate is inside the net. Only the toe is on the line, but you can't see where the puck is. Boy. Brendan Smith hoping and praying. Here we go.
Well, so the Red Wings snapped their scoreless streak, Mick, at 152 minutes and 21 seconds since Danny Cleary scored late against Los Angeles with just over a couple of minutes to go in the game last Saturday night. So it took a week, but they get another goal.
So it doesn't take another week.
Oh, boy. Let's hope not.
Where is the puck? I mean, right in back of here. You don't see it behind the line. So Halloran, I think, is going to call this no goal.
After reviewing the play, the puck never did cross the goal line. No goal.
Yeah.
So we're 2 seconds from the halfway point in this game and a 1-1 tie. Nyquist, who set up that beautiful goal by Zetterberg, the team points leader. Zetterberg adds to his total with 15 goals now and 37 points total.
Zetterberg for Nyquist and Abdelkader at 9:47.
Abdelkader getting the second assist. Brown with some room and a shot glanced off a body.
Too good a chance there, boy.
Goals at 9:06 and 9:47 in this game. Richards and Zetterberg, who turns in the corner. And one more time, trying to whirl back from the checking of Regier.
Big size difference again. Most of the time it is with Zetterberg.
Abdelkader went down, checked by Kopitar. You see trying to dig that puck free as Zetterberg kicked it along. Scooped there by the stick of Abdelkader. Zetterberg in front of the goal. Oh, great save by Quick as Quincy let it go, the former Los Angeles King. Now away with it comes Matt Pratt. Outside, inside, and wide.
Pretty good move right there.
Tatar lost an edge and went down. Bratton centering one. Held in at the line by Drew Doughty. Taken away, though, by Sheahan.
3-on-2 if they hurry.
Tatar. Yurko. In front. And Sheahan went to the goal. Clifford off his skate. De Keyser couldn't handle it. Richards coming quickly. Bowled into was Howard, and he just sits on top. He's taking nothing more from Clifford.
Really. Fans like it. Look out, look out, look out. Richards challenges. Come on, you got to get in there. Your goaltender, this is territory you don't allow to happen. And Howard's in the middle of this one. Glendening, he's been at it all night. This is what they like to see. That's all you have to do is bump into your goaltender. I could see that coming by the body language of Richards. Was going towards Howard and saying, "Who are you kidding?" He was giving him some chin music. This is Bertuzzi and Jonathan Quick at center ice. Well, they like what they've seen here at the Joe. It's 1-1, 8:16 to go in the second. Howard's got them all fired up. Let's see what they mix out of this when we come back. Red Wings get their first goal in over 3 games. Well, the goaltenders are front and center in this one. And this was the final play before the icing, and Clifford goes in. Howard's had enough. Richard challenges Howard afterwards right here. Glendening comes in, and then they all convene. And then, when we went to commercial, look at what happened through center ice. Quick and Howard, who are both going to be on Team USA at center ice. And they're not exchanging Christmas gifts either. Look at this. Oh, boy. And there are 2 linesmen. Look at Quincy laughing his butt off over there saying, "What are you doing over there?" 2 goaltenders, 2 linesmen, the referee O'Halloran saying, "All right, boys. Children will be children." Oh, boy. They love it here at the Joe. You know that. If eyes could kill. Howard's had enough. He's been run into several times tonight. He's decided it's time to fire him up, and I think he did that. And the Red Wings should ever come off this with a goal, look out. We're going to be 4-on-4 as it looks like Howard and Richard gets whatever they get for whatever the reason.
And Rich has got, I think,
Yurko's going to serve.
Yeah, for Howard, yeah. So offsetting. So the teams will go 4 aside. The roughing penalties to Richards and Howard. Shots are 18-15 for Los Angeles. So relatively close, considering the Kings hold the 3rd largest shot differential in the National Hockey League. I mean, you know how badly they outshot Detroit by 19 last Saturday night. Kings have outshot opponents by 70 the last 6 games.
A lot. It's a lot. 10 shots a game, just about. But extra space out there, 4 skaters apiece. This is where you want your big-time skaters.
And yet, doesn't that tell you, they've gone 4-1-1 their past 6. Jonathan Quick has played all those since returning from injury. They've outshot opponents by 70. They're 4-1-1. Prior to coming back, they were still out shooting opponents, but they lost 5 in a row.
Yeah.
So they may get way more shots than the opposition, but Quick's been great. Here's Nyquist shoveling ahead to Zetterberg. Good recovery by Doughty. For Muzzin, lead pass, Kopitar.
Goes to 3. What's the late man?
Doughty with it. Doughty's at a nice pairing with Jake Muzzin, who's got the puck now. Muzzin threw it in on Howard, blocked aside. And Doughty will go back. Darryl Sutter, the sometimes sarcastic head coach of the LA Kings, was asked why Muzzin plays so well with Drew Doughty, and Sutter's reply was, Muzzin's special skill set is Drew Doughty.
That's easy.
Yeah, I guess. Some could have said that about playing with Nick Lidstrom too, I suppose.
Yeah, I think so.
Remember, they always said, who was the Red Wings' second best defenseman? Whoever was playing with number 5. Mitchell for Carter. For Dwight King. Couldn't get past Danny DeKeyser. Saw a hit coming from Carter. Here comes Sheahan, looks for Bertuzzi. Just too far, but Bertuzzi will get there, so no ice. Kronwall. Back for Sheahan.
Wow.
Kronwall will get back into the play.
You think he can skate?
Trevor Lewis pretty quick. That went off the foot of Kindle. Check was Justin Williams. But as the teams return to full strength, the Kings in deep with it. Lewis threw it to the front of the goal. Howard the save with Williams there.
Nice save and a really short redirection by Justin Williams.
Well, if a Detroit player gets a hat trick in this game, bring in a copy of the scoring summary to a participating Arby's location tomorrow for your free small order curly fries. You can find that summary in your newspaper on the Red Wings page at foxsportsdetroit.com.
Well, all this happened while teams got back to 5 aside, and that's a nice save by Howard. Justin Williams didn't have much time to do anything, and Kindle did a good job. And his chin music is still going on with Howard and the Kings.
Tatar able to move it to Miller. Corey Emerton, the center on this line. Back of the net for Emerton. Struck one back to the line to Quincy. Going to retrieve it, but missing it was Tatar. Williams for Los Angeles. Justin Williams back to the point. That was blocked. Tatar got in front of the Martinez shot. Thomas Tatar goes off a stick of Regehr. Up and out of play, and will step out for a moment. What a debut for Martin Jones in the NHL. Stopped all 9 shootout attempts against Anaheim as the Ducks lost to the Kings, and the Kings will be hosting Anaheim at Dodger Stadium next Saturday, part of the Stadium Series. They'll go outside that night, and it'll be a whole lot warmer, around 70 degrees or so, than it was in Ann Arbor. It'll be nice, but won't have that snow and the beauty that was at the Big House. Yankee Stadium, the Rangers will play what will be a couple of road games against the Devils and the Islanders. Not home dates for them, but they'll go outdoors too. Off the arm of Quick, came out in front, and Yurko couldn't get to the loose puck. One shot by Sheahan.
Should be an icing, no?
Sheahan ties up Kopitar over the stick of Jeff Carter. Given back to Kronwall. 4.5 to go in period 2. Shots are 19-16 Los Angeles, who scored a power play goal. And the Red Wings replied. It's the Kings' 3rd power play goal, their last 36 chances. And 2 of those 3 have come against Detroit. Doughty for their lone goal, 5-on-3 last Saturday night, and tonight, Mike Richards. Zetterberg replied, has it in the corner. Carter, the Kings' leader in goals with 17 gets it back down ice. Brendan Smith sets up. Glendening. Taken out by Dwight King. Jarrett Stoll back in. Dumped it in on Howard. And will take the faceoff to his right. College hockey in the D returns to this building next Thursday night with the most contested rivalry in the game. Michigan State and Michigan. Get the family 4-pack, 4 tickets, 4 pizza slices, 4 soft drinks starting at $44. For tickets, call 313-471-7575 now. Ticket executives are standing by for the Spartans and Wolverines.
Doesn't seem to matter whether one team at the top and the other one isn't or not when those two play. It's always a real rivalry. It always will be.
You had fun at the GLI, didn't you?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I love that college atmosphere.
Here's Emerton. And just like Howard at the other end, Quick will hold on to that. And a reminder, as you enjoy a cold one, to look forward to Miller Time later in tonight's game, brought to you by Miller Lite. Corey Emerton's most recent recall in with the injuries to Detroit and the absence of Joachim Anderson means Emerton will have to clear waivers again to go back to Grand Rapids. Once the Red Wings get healthy, if in fact he's heading that way.
Yeah, that could be a very interesting decision because he's played well enough for other teams to take notice. And this is where scouts are here at Joe Louis every night, every home game. And they notice this kind of stuff and know that if this guy goes on waivers, they might want to take a look at picking him up.
And he was putting up very good numbers with the Griffins, who are in first place in the American Hockey League. Howard with a save on a redirected shot from Dowdy.
Well, that's the point of the game. Will it be icing? But they'll worry about that stuff when the time comes. Look at this lineup of people who aren't in the lineup. Good Lord.
Jonathan Eriksson should be soon. So should Jonas Gustafsson. Pavel Datsyuk next Wednesday at the earliest. Stephen Weiss will be after the Olympics. The rest up in the air.
The year before we had a lot of injuries, I think.
Well, February of 08 was the last that it was like this.
Yeah.
And that turned out pretty well for Detroit.
Did it ever?
That year. They said we're doing a game on the road, and I can't remember where it was, but it was that night that Lebda and Lilia were our #1 defense pair. Here's Zetterberg getting to that loose puck. To Abdelkader. Tip Nyquist. Carter couldn't get past Kronwall. Brendan Smith has to hustle back on Brown. In front to Kopitar.
Boy, that was a miscue Detroit defensively. That shouldn't have been open like that to Kopitar.
Quick slowed it down. Muzzin turns. Made the play to Carter. For Dustin Brown. Hit Howard again in the head. Another shot. He stopped the rebound. And Jimmy's mask come into play a couple of times tonight. Doughty. Checked by Zetterberg. Doughty stays with it. Good save. Howard coming out on King. Carter the shot. And all the way back to center.
What a save that was on King. That's offside.
As the whistle will go for the offside with 67 seconds to go in the middle period.
6'4", 235. King leans into that shot from the slot. Boy, oh boy, that shot had to be going at least 100 miles an hour. And Doughty with the one hand on the stick doing all the fancy stuff. There's King right at the top of the circle, and he got everything on it. Fortunately, Howard was not screened and was able to turn it away, make it almost look easy.
Jakob Kindle through center. Off a stick, a bouncer. Good thing for Quick, it was wide. Justin Williams checked all the way back by Glendening, and Howard will get it in that big trapper and hold on.
Well, inside a minute, time to buckle down. They'll make a change defensively here, Detroit.
As good as he's been tonight, Jimmy Howard, it's a night off compared to his 50 shots a night he's been facing. 24, but he's made some great saves tonight.
Yeah, he has. Yes, he has.
Many of the very tough variety of the 24 he's faced. The Red Wings have 17 on Quick. He's made some good saves too. Slashing in front, Williams and Cleary. Cleary's away with ease. Stops inside the line, finds Eves. Oh, and he's got a good wrist shot, but that one went off the stick of Regehr. Heavy shot, Patrick Eves, and he scored 20 goals as a rookie with Ottawa.
Well, Regehr's been around long enough. Watch him 44. And because it takes Patrick Eves time to reload, he just stops and gets his stick in the way. Now, a lot of guys might say, you know, that's not good if it goes in the net. But I think more times than not, the puck doesn't go in the net. That's a good read by an experienced defenseman.
There's a guy with funny suits who says it's not a good play.
Yes, he does.
He does.
Yeah, well, it's never a good play when it ends up in the back of the net,
Right.
that's for sure.
But how many plays has turned out to be a great play that doesn't just go unnoticed? In front for Miller. The Kaiser colliding there with Dwight King. Emerton. Back for Tatar. In Voinov in the corner. Tatar comes out of the corner with it. With a good move. Still has it backhand. Emerton back in front off a stick and over top of the goal. King will get it into the Detroit zone as the period will come to a close, but not without that puck rolling right through the crease of Howard from in behind the net. Our MGM Grand Detroit second intermission and what we'll have for you, including thoughts from the head coach. But prior to that, we'll get the thoughts of Darren and Chris and Trevor.
1-1, 40 minutes are in the books here at Joe Louis Arena. The goaltenders have been front and center, especially Mr. Howard. And brought to you by AT&T U-Burst Reverse. We're going to show you what happened right near the end of the first period after Clifford, for the second time tonight, and a few others had run into Howard. He'd had enough, and somehow Richards got involved. He and Howard exchanged pleasantries, and Glendening, they end up with Quick and Howard at center ice. Bertuzzi gets in, a few shoves and a few nasty words by everybody, and tempers are high. The fans love it, and Danny down there is in the middle of it all, trying to wonder what two U.S. Olympians are saying to each other in the quarterback position of their hockey teams. Howard and Quick both on the same U.S. Olympic team in Sochi in a couple of weeks. So tempers are flared, and AT&T U-Verse Reverse brings it to you so far tonight at the Joe.
As 1-1 tie here to start the third period, and Henrik Zetterberg with his 15th goal of the season. And how about the numbers against Los Angeles? 10 goals and 18 points now the past 15 games against Los Angeles with that one. His 10th tally the past 15 against the Kings, and coming into the game tonight, he's got 3 consecutive multi-point games against LA. Well, another point tonight will give him 4 straight against Los Angeles. So, great numbers.
Boy, oh boy, the guys in the studio we're talking about, most of what he gets done is done against bigger, stronger guys, and he finds a way to get it done. That's why he's so well respected in the game of hockey.
And again, with the Red Wings not having the depth they do, it's an easier match to try and shut him down for Daryl Sutter if they can.
Well, he's smart, and he knows how to protect the puck with the best of them, and using what size he has to his advantage.
Came right in on Howard, tipped it aside for Lashoff. Eves was checking Lewis, and Patrick Eves was skated to center. Into the LA zone. Trying to get away from Voinov, went down. Zetterberg poked it in behind the goal. Cleary hit Muzzin. Smith kept it in. But Eves and Cleary will peel off to complete the change for Detroit with Abdelkader and Nyquist coming over to join Zetterberg. Offside. And the shot went right in on Howard as Anze Kopitar was in ahead of the play on the shot from the Russian defenseman.
Well, given the troubles that the Red Wings have had winning games the last few weeks, scoring goals, this is a huge 20 minutes for this hockey club. St. Louis coming in, Montreal coming in, Chicago coming in. And only 11 games until the Olympic break, and they've fallen out of the playoff spot right now. Huge 20 minutes. None bigger this year than right now.
Well, the good news is the Red Wings are the only team to score 3 against Los Angeles the past 6. We mentioned they're on a 4-1-1 run. Their only regulation loss was to Detroit. And the Red Wings the only team to get more than 2 against them.
Well, if they can find a way to hold on and not go any further back and even make up a little bit of ground, it'll give them a chance to get healthy and have a good run after that, after the Olympics.
And they have a scoring change on the Zetterberg goal. Give the second assist to Brendan Smith instead of Justin Abdelkader. So Nyquist set him up. Smith gets the second assist. Here comes Sheahan. Drop back. Oh, couldn't shoot it. Here comes Bertuzzi. In front. Another try.
Wow.
Couldn't get a stick on it.
That was a pretty darn good scoring chance that got disguised in a mass of players. And the next time, a guy with experience that Yurko doesn't have might just try to thread it through the legs where the goalie can't see it and look for the back of the net.
Well, certainly good size on this line up front with Yurko and Sheahan and Bertuzzi. Sheahan's 6'2", and Yurko's 6'2". Bertuzzi's 6'3". Good work by Sheahan on Jordan Nolan. Clifford took a slash at the back of DeKeyser, and he didn't like it. Going off back to retrieve it and settle a rolling puck for LA. Knocked ahead to center by Lewis. Knocked down by Lashoff. Billy Mitchell first over. Going off. Forced there by Miller and then cut off by Emerton. So he'll try the other way. And intercepted as Miller knocked it down.
Whynoff wants out of here.
Yeah, I think.
Because he can't find a place to go.
The Red Wings find a place to go, and it's into the LA zone as Cleary had it go off a leg, back off quick. Oh, and that came up and hit Mitchell right in the face. Cleary's got it centering on.
What was that hit?
May have gone off the post.
Oh,
I'm not sure. Eves with a great chance.
I think that was an errant stick that hit him in the face, Ken. We'll take a look at that when we get a chance. But you're right. I think that was a goal post. Red Wings again. Bad luck around the net.
Cleary with a shot. And remember, Nyquist hit the post in the late stages of the game Thursday when the Red Wings were shut out in New York. He hit Lundqvist and wouldn't go over the line. Eves will send a bouncing puck down ice. Billy Mitchell stumbles but kept his balance. LA hit their own man, turned over to Zetterberg as the Kings miscue. To the line and a shot went off a couple of legs. DeKeyser for Abdelkader. Checked by Kopitar. Kopitar.
See that reach there?
Yeah. Got it away from Abdelkader. Now Zetterberg recovered. For Nyquist. Hooked by Mitchell. Nyquist, Zetterberg now. Zetterberg out front himself. Paddled down by Quick to block it. Held in at the line though by DeKeyser. For Abdelkader. To the net. Zetterberg near boards. Off the dasher. Knocked it down. And a bouncer back to center. Good pressure by that Detroit line.
Good shift. He's got to get off.
And he will do just that as Whynoff turns for LA. For Williams to Richards. Saved by Howard. Williams on the rebound. Another one in front of the goal. Brendan Smith. Watching Martinez. Comes over to Doughty. Back for Justin Williams to Alec Martinez. Fake the shot. Bertuzzi got in the lane. And Bertuzzi poked it away. Kronwall for Brendan Smith. Off a King at center is Richards, the LA goal scorer. Moves one back for Doughty. Richards getting his 7th of the year and his 31st point. Mike Richards came over from Philadelphia in the Wayne Simmons-Braden Shen deal. Going down heavily was Tatar, bouncing puck for Lashoff to Kindle. Lashoff to center.
Wicked pace in this game.
Tatar took the shot and just missing on the stick side. Tatar couldn't find it. Miller moved in quickly on Boynoff, who escaped that traffic to center. Kyle Clifford wires it in. Nolan moved up with Colin Fraser as the 4th line is out for LA. A 1-1 tie, 3rd period. Red Wings hockey on Fox Sports Detroit.
We're counting her down here on Billy Joel's Saturday night. 13:70 to go in the 3rd. And look at this chance by Eaves. It doesn't get any more unlucky than this. Watch this. Unbelievable. Right off the post. Wide open net. A couple of nights ago in New York. 38 seconds left. Nyquist off the goalpost. Off Henrik Lundqvist's right pad. And it just painfully stops right in front of the crease. Incredible bad luck by the Red Wings. Around the net. Boy, we're in more need of a break around the net than anybody right now.
LA controls that draw. Jarrett Stoll. Put it back of the net on the near side. Cleary. Martinez got a stick in there to keep it in for Los Angeles. Dwight King to the other side. Trevor Lewis was hit. Regained control though. Stoll with a shot that Howard deflected off the glass into the netting.
Purposely, by the way. He knew exactly what was going down.
A reminder on Wednesday, the Wings battle Chicago. The Blackhawks' only regular season trip to Hockeytown. For tickets, go to DetroitRedWings.com or call 313-471-7575 during normal business hours. And note the 8 o'clock start next Wednesday night. The Red Wings and Blackhawks Original 6 hockey at the Joe.
That guy Patrick Kane, 88, you're looking at up there from the Hawks. What a year he's had. Boy, he's smoking.
Henrik Zetterberg won another face-off. He's now at 80% on draws in this game. Riley Sheahan is 77%. The Red Wings 64% as a team. So Sheahan and Zetterberg have been great on the face-off tonight for Detroit.
Well, it's good to be on the 64% side, but it hasn't resulted in any advantage, at least offensively, but it may have helped right like there in the defensive zone when you get control and are able to clear it out over the blue line.
And for Sheahan, it's got to be a learning experience. Yes, he scored his first goal against LA last Saturday. He's faced the Kings before, but every night you've got to learn the linesmen in the National Hockey League. And
you really need to learn the tendencies of players you're playing against, the size, the speed, the strength, and what you can and can't do with your own abilities. That's part of learning how to be a pro at this level.
Sheahan out with Yurko and Bertuzzi.
Steal.
Yurko intercepts. Save by Quick.
Wow.
It went through him, but not behind him. Off to the side. Intercepted again, Sheahan. Boy, he's been good. Bertuzzi back of the net. To the point, held in. Shot, save, rebound. It's loose, but Quick able to find it before Sheahan, Yurko, or Bertuzzi could.
Boy, that's a dandy save that he made on Yurko. He got his blocker up. Again, that's that athleticism of Jonathan Quick. I mean, he's all over the place. He's like a high wire act. Sheahan steal a puck off of Richards. He won't be happy about that. And then Yurko, that great chance right there. He didn't know where the rebound went, but he made the initial save, and that's what's important. Spider-Man isn't any more acrobatic than Jonathan Quick. Look at those two kids. They hardly need a razor. 22 years old, Sheehan.
Glendening ties up his man, and Eves came over to help, but the puck squirted to the other side for Robin Regeer. It's approaching 1,000 games in his career. He'll go off now as the Kings get a change on the back end. As Mitchell and Martinez are out, Cleary will battle there with Mitchell.
Here's a giveaway.
Lashoff was able to keep it in for Patrick Eves. Kindle back to Lashoff, now to Kindle, the shot! Off the backboards in front, and hit a body. Another good try for Eves.
Yeah.
Garrett Stoll for LA.
3-on-2.
They'll just chip it in.
They're out of gas. It's a good thing.
Lashoff sent it near side, but Boynoff's there to pick it off for the Kings. Blocker save made by Howard. Jordan Nolan finds Boynoff, but he fanned on. Owen Fraser. Howard stopped the centering attempt. And the sticks come up. Kindle and Fraser. Fraser's more used to that type of stuff than Kindle.
Well, we got a little over a half a period to go, and the Red Wings are hanging in there with the heavily favored Los Angeles Kings. These teams have been a bit feisty, I guess, seeing each other twice in a week. Imagine what they would do if it was like the old days where you played 14 games, 7 at home and 7 away against each other. 2 minutes each for roughing, a couple of good pops. So they got their money's worth, I'd say, on that one.
Then you had to share a train going to the other side.
Oh, yeah, we did that many times, yeah. You had to walk through the other team's sleeping car to get to the dinner car. That wasn't fun. It was like running a gauntlet. Jeez. When you're a young kid like I was, 19 years old, you're wondering who's going to throw a punch at you, a sucker punch somewhere out of an upper booth, upper bunk somewhere.
And that was long before you had gluten issues, so you were heading to the dinner car.
You got it. Yeah. Yeah, it was crazy stuff. We used to come down from Montreal. We'd play at the Olympia, go down to Port Huron, Chucky's favorite watering hole.
Yeah.
And they'd say, just make sure you're on the train. It leaves at 4 a.m. Don't be under it.
4 a.m.
I'll tell you. And they used to keep the joints open just to wait for the train to get in. You get last call at 4 a.m. and away you go. Jump in the train and get home at 5 the next day. Lots of time to sleep it off.
That's why concussions weren't prevalent then.
You never knew you had them.
That's right. Exactly. Teams are playing 4-a-side with the offsetting minor penalties. And a reminder coming up, the St. Louis Blues, Ken Hitchcock and company. Coverage begins at 7 with Red Wings Live here on Fox Sports Detroit. And what a season for St. Louis, third in the Western Conference, second in the Central Division with 69 points, second to Chicago, who comes in following that. They've got 73. And both those teams trail only Anaheim in the Pacific with 77 points as they lead the National.
Oh, penalty.
Slash there.
Oh, Williams won't like it. He won't like it. The stick didn't break on DeKaiser. You get 4-on-4. There goes Jimmy Howard. Here we go. It's going to be a penalty, LA, if nothing else happens here.
As Zetterberg, the Red Wings goal scorer for Sheehan.
Good try. Breaking through the middle. So a hack by Justin Williams on the stick of Dan DeKaiser. In the old days, they blamed the guy with one hand on the stick right there.
Number 14, 2 minutes for slashing.
Hooking. Oh, slashing. Thank you very much. Yeah, pretty good two-hander. Doesn't break the stick, but
they got to know that's going to be called.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. But you know what? It's a reaction you can't stop. You're trying to catch a guy. He's got a little advantage on you. You give him. You don't think you're little chops. He's mad at himself, but it's a play you can't help making sometimes. And this time it goes the wrong way for Justin Williams. So the Red Wings with a 4-on-3 for 1 minute and 15 seconds.
Red Wings just their second Bell Tire power play tonight.
Well, you can see what they're going to do. Bertuzzi's on the ice. He's not out there to handle the puck. He's going to be a refrigerator in front of Jonathan Quick. And only one defenseman in Kronwall.
Zetterberg and Stoll on the faceoff. Nyquist to Zetterberg's left. sees control of draws. Bertuzzi got it back to Kronwall, to Zetterberg. Kronwall to Nyquist, to Kronwall. The shot off the stick. Zetterberg with it. Kronwall to Nyquist.
They want Kronwall to shoot the puck.
Zetterberg will fire.
With Bertuzzi right in front. Get to the middle and get it through.
Zetterberg, another shot. Slowed down on the way through by Regier. Zetterberg, Bertuzzi back in front of Quick. Zetterberg shooting. Off the glass, near side, and sent down the ice by Stoll as the Kings will get a change. 3 fresh bodies coming over the boards and hurried here by Zetterberg. Sheahan comes on to join him up front. Oh, Nyquist. Whoa, and Sheahan wanted the puck. He didn't get it. As Nyquist tried to get through 2 Kings, he'll go off now on a change.
Yeah, he got confounded a little bit and didn't know quite what to do. By the time he figured it out, he was laying on his back.
Tatar smells that open ice. Carries in now. Spins back with some room. Pass back. Kronwall saved by Quick. 5-on-4 power play now for Detroit. Sheahan for Tatar. In front. And Yurko just missed it. And unable to keep it in was DeKeyser. Zetterberg tired. He'll go off. Tatar. Sent in by DeKeyser. Sheahan moved up. Doughty knocked out of the air by Tatar. And Mike Richards gets it the rest of the way with 10 seconds left. On the man advantage for Detroit.
Kings had a bad line change.
Yurko brings it in.
Look out here.
Justin Williams out of the box. Into Detroit territory. Waits, looks. Got it back for Kopitar. And a good save by Howard.
Nicely played by the Los Angeles Kings. Boy, that was almost a bad break for Detroit. The Kings play it right. Howard was a little bit better. Justin Williams right out of the penalty box. Look at this. Bad break for Detroit. Kindle's down here. Here comes a full-blown 3-on-2. Here comes King. There's Kopitar. And watch what happens. DeKeyser's back. Hold it right there, guys. Kindle doesn't know. Do I stay with him? Do I take this pass away, let her run? And Williams will give it to Kopitar. Hold it right there. He can't shoot the puck. It's not in his wheelhouse. He's got to go back to him. DeKeyser goes this way. Great scoring chance. See, Howard moved to his left, but he was quick enough to get back to his right and stop a grade A scoring chance by Justin Williams to keep this game 1-1. That's nice execution by the Kings to create that play.
Shots 29-22 for Los Angeles. Justin Williams. Poked at the line. Quincy knocked it away. Now Martinez will dump it in. Quincy will go back to get it. Sheahan ahead for Yurko. Had his stick lifted on the way back by Fratton.
You know why, Ken? He didn't have his feet moving when that puck came out of the zone. He's got to get skating without the puck, knowing that he's going to get the pass from Sheahan.
Richards got hit hard by Abdelkader. Richards, who will not be an Olympian this time around as he was in 2010 when he won gold. Here's a shot saved by Quick off Nyquist. Back to the slot. Zetterberg whacked at it. Kopitar back to pick it up. Nyquist knocked it out of the air. Then was checked. Smith at the line and no rebound.
Another good shift by this line. Abdelkader, Nyquist, and Zetterberg.
College hockey in the D returns to the Joe on January 23rd with the most contested rivalry in the game, Michigan State and Michigan. Get the family 4-pack with 4 tickets, 4 pizza slices, 4 soft drinks starting at $44. For tickets for next Thursday, call 313-471-7575 now. Glendening to Cleary, a save by Quick. King got in front of Kindle. Loose puck at center. Kindle up the right wing boards, knocked away by Tatar, but he got it back for Lashoff. 100-footer, rimmed around. Going down heavily was Mitchell! And just glanced quick and wide. Good try there for Bertuzzi as Quick came out. Shane and Cleary, and it'll roll through and be held by the Kings netminder Jonathan Quick. Good chance for Bertuzzi. We're back in a moment.
Thanks, Trevor. Jimmy Howard will be our Miller moment. And it came 2 minutes after the Red Wings. Zetterberg tied this game. He'd had enough of being run at and decided he was going to throw his weight around best he could. That brought lots of attention from all over the place, including Richards. They both ended up with roughing penalties. You don't see this happen very often, but the fans loved it, and the Red Wings have been the better team since the Zetterberg goal in this confrontation with Jonathan Quick. 2 Olympians on the American squad in a couple of weeks. Quincy's getting a kick out of that. Good stuff for our Miller moment tonight. Brought to you by Miller.
Sheahan wins another one. Red Wings have won 15 of 20 offensive zone faceoffs tonight. So they controlled the puck, brought back offside as DeKaiser pulled it back and it came out across the line.
That's a good call. Linesmen are pretty sharp down there, boy.
Red Wings beginning a 5-game homestand tonight. 6 of their next 7 in this building, where they are well below 500.
Well, this being the start of that whole thing would be a great time to somehow find a way to get at least a point with 5:35 to go in the game. The Kings on paper a much better hockey team. And there is what you're looking at for Fire coming in.
And remember, the Panthers, whom the Red Wings will also play prior to the break, have beaten Detroit twice.
And they played pretty well. They're playing pretty well. These teams have all stepped it up the last couple of weeks. Well, not so much Chicago and St. Louis. They've been good.
Yeah, they've been stepping all year.
Yeah, they have.
But Montreal's turned it around.
Got it going, yeah.
Meantime, Los Angeles in a string of 7 of 8 away from home. And their one home game will be outside at Dodger Stadium against the Ducks. In front of the net, Nyquist got a piece of it. Kronwall first back. Nyquist couldn't get the puck at center, and that allowed Dustin Brown to shoot it in. Wow. Quick will come out and play it after Abdelkader couldn't get to it, so Doughty for Los Angeles.
Collision, Abdelkader and Quick. Robin Regeer with words for Abdelkader.
Goalie says, you know, has been involved tonight. Look at Tatar trying to find it. He's got the speed on Regeer, but Regeer with the reach and the position. Anze Kopitar will dump it in.
In a hurry.
Jakob Kindle. For Tatar. Over to Cleary. With a shot, save, rebound! Oh, Tatar!
Oh, my.
Jonathan Quick doing the splits!
Holy smoke.
Boy, Tatar, who scored his 10th goal against LA and has a goal in 3 of the past 4 games.
How don't you pull a groin if you're a goalie on this? Watch this. Oh, my God. And he got there before the defenseman. Oh, jeez. Look at this. Martinez is there, but Tatar gets there. Doesn't get a lot on it, but nonetheless, it would have gone in if that goaltender hadn't been so acrobatic. Wow.
He had the game-winning goal against LA to Tatar last Saturday night. That close to being in a position for another one here. Shots now favor the Kings by just 1. And a stingy LA team, as we spoke of. Top defense in the league. LA's allowed 2 goals or fewer in 27 of their past 33 games.
That's something, eh?
Yeah, Detroit, one of the few, as we say, to get 3 on them.
Well, when you look at offside, you look at the goaltending statistics. Jonathan Quick is usually, his name is at the top of all the charts, you know. So it's no secret that those numbers are staying down. And here's what Jonathan Quick has done tonight. Some of what he has done. He didn't do much there. He got lucky there. But Zetterberg there in the first period late tried to get tricky. Here they couldn't stuff it. Sheahan with a shot. Bertuzzi, Quincy. Boy. Quick's been good. Howard's been good.
And they're so deep in goal, they were able to trade Bernier, the guy they got for him. Scrivens also dealt. Martin Jones won his first 8 National Hockey League games he played in Quick's absence when he was injured. And Jones was undrafted. Nolan.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Not off Cronwall.
Yeah.
Penalty upcoming though.
Yeah, we could see it coming. Oh boy. He got position on Cronwall and he grabbed everything but the kitchen sink on this one. And you get a step on a guy to the outside
55, 2 minutes
and you
to
catch a defenseman flat-footed. Here's the move right there. That move made Cronwall do something he didn't want to do. And that left hand is on his body. There's no question about that call. Nice play by Nolan. And the Red Wings have got themselves in a situation where they've got to kill a penalty with 3:08 to go. And one of their top penalty killers is in the box. Whoa.
LA's lone goal tonight came on the power play from Mike Richards. Just their 5th power play goal to pass 53 attempts.
Glendening bear down like that in that face-off and won it.
Cronwall 2 minutes for holding at 16:52. Red Wings penalty kill brought to you by Team.
Under 3 to play in the 3rd. 5 on 4. Doughty barreled into Quincy. And he was claiming interference, was Doughty.
Oh, there's some beautiful language going on down there right now. That's good sign for Detroit. Look out.
In front of the net. Carter banging away. Howard with it. And Richards right there.
Who got knocked out?
Last shot went down.
Last shot got cross-checked in the back by Kopitar. Yeah, and I don't know. The referee's standing right behind it, too. Just outside the hash marks. And now Doughty's complaining like crazy to that same referee. And he's telling him to get the heck out of here.
Doughty's complaining on the earlier one when he collided with Quincy.
Well, this shot got knocked down right there by Quincy, and then it's a mad scramble. Look at here. Carter going to the front of the net, stick on the ice. That's the way to do it, and jamming away. And watch Lashoff get cross-checked from behind right there. And they all came in to see what's going on. Glendening has had his face in his stuff all night long. Carter looking for stuff. So tempers are high. I'm not sure who's called the timeout. I think it's the Kings probably. They're on the power play. And Daryl Sutter decides to let things cool off and let his gunners get some energy to try to win this game on this power play.
So while Daryl Sutter, the cup-winning coach in 2012, when he took over, speaks to his troops. Big win by San Jose to come back from 4-2 down to beat Tampa this afternoon.
See, there's the connection, Kenny, like it was in Detroit. 53 there, your 9th place, and 63 for LA. So they got a 10-point bulge on the 9th place team. So that's pretty good. They're only 5 back of San Jose, so they're still looking at trying to solidify a playoff spot, and I don't know that they're going to catch Anaheim. That's just too big a difference, you know, in the way Anaheim's playing.
And Vancouver, that's really struggled, has allowed other teams to catch up with them, boy.
Yeah.
1:26 left in the Cronwall penalty. 2:34 remaining in the 3rd period.
Glendening cheating like crazy.
And as we've seen, the linesmen now, they don't throw players out like we spoke of, Mick, like they did last season. Look, last year the linesmen would have tossed somebody out, but they'll stay in there, and that's good. Kopitar does get it back. Doughty.
Don't let him loose. He's dangerous.
Right-hand shot goes to the left side.
Look out.
Muzzin to Doughty, who fires. Save. Howard, rebound, they score. Carter in front. It's his 18th of the season. Power play goal. Both goals for LA on the power play tonight. It's 2-1.
Boy, oh boy. You can see it coming with Doughty wide open when the puck didn't get cleared up the near boards. Doughty, a right-hand shot, goes to here. He smells it. Look at him. He smells it over there. And look at 77. There's your goal scorer. He's going to the front of the net, and this shot hits number 10, Richards, I think. Yeah, right there, and goes right to Carter. I mean, perfectly, you couldn't draw this play up any better, but that's what a goal scorer like that guy can do. Right place, right time, stick on the ice, no chance for your goaltender. The Kings take advantage of the power play and lead by 1. Boy.
17:45, the time of the goal.
That's the kind of goal scoring the Red Wings don't have with all those valuable people sitting in the dressing room.
Loose puck gobbled up by Brendan Smith. Abdelkader able to steal. Officially, it's Muzzin and Doughty for now. Oh, close his hand on the puck.
He got it.
Red Wing power play. King closed his hand on the puck.
Yes, he did. He made a move. That's what caught him. He closed it. And then when he did a little deep...
Los Angeles penalty number 74, minor penalty for closing his hand on the puck.
That's what caught the referee's eye. Watch him here, right there. And now, see him go when he puts his arm out to the left side. That was the telltale sign. Watch his left arm go to his left. There's the catch. And it's not basketball.
Red Wings had that called against them a couple of games ago.
Boy.
So Daryl Sutter's team short-handed. Great time for the Red Wing power play to get off the Stein. Third Bell Tire power play tonight. LA 2 for 4. Kronwall. As Nyquist near side goes to Zetterberg, tipped in front of the goal and just wide. Tatar rimmed it around. Kronwall backhand to forehand. Tatar. Tatar's got it top of the circle. Zetterberg in front. And Bertuzzi was too well covered. .1:15 to go. Tatar couldn't pick it up. Howard not out of the goal yet if the Red Wings decide to go that way.
Got no speed here with this play. See, when that play breaks down, it's all broken down.
So a minute to go.
Howard will be going with this rush.
Zetterberg shoots it in, and he'll gladly take the face-off so the Red Wings can set up.
And the Kings have used their timeout.
Red Wings will use theirs now. Mike Babcock calls timeout. Bertuzzi just couldn't get a stick on it.
He had good position on Doughty, too. But no cigar. That's been the story of the Red Wings. When it comes to goal scoring, boy, this year has been a real battle. Detroit with 118 goals. Barely over 2 per game.
Well, the Red Wings are 21st in the league in offense. LA just behind them. We're pretty much even now. At 2.49 goals per game. Jeff Carter's got the Kings second tonight. So a Red Wings power play that's been unable to score will try to beat a Kings penalty killing unit. That's been perfect the last 22 tries. 51 seconds left. Shots 31-29 LA. Zetterberg and Jarrett Stoll on the draw. Zetterberg wins another one. He's been great tonight. Gets the puck back. Zetterberg looks to the goal. Bertuzzi tip. Backhanded and wide. Tatar. 6 skaters for Detroit with their net empty in a power play. Kronwall got a break there. Eves gives him the puck back. Zetterberg. Kronwall off the stick of Stoll. Up high.
Oh boy.
It's in the net.
It's in the net. But wait a minute. This puck, I think.
Boy, there's going to be a dispute about this one. The Red Wings think they've tied the game. Did it stay in play? LA says it hit the net and out of play. The referees at the moment are saying no, it didn't.
Well, we'll bring it to you as quickly as we can. The guys are working downstairs to get this replay. I'm pretty sure it hit the netting. But the question is, did they see it? Every goal is reviewable. There's the block by Stoll.
Watch the puck, top of the screen.
Oh, yeah, it's way up there. Way up there. I mean,
but did one of the referees on the
up there,
ice see it?
Right in the middle, right there. There's the puck. And there's your glass right there. It comes down up here and hits him right in the back and goes in the net, if you can imagine that.
Remember when San Jose scored in here, what was it, 5 years ago or so, down to our right?
They didn't catch it.
It's a big goal, didn't catch it. Well, they may not catch this one. It's not a reviewable goal.
You got to be kidding
It's
me.
not a reviewable goal.
God, really?
It's like goaltender interference isn't reviewable. That's a goal, but not a reviewable play if the puck is out of play and nobody caught it.
That's unbelievable.
Well, it took a number of years since San Jose scored for the Red Wings to get even. As strange as this year has been, to tie it up on the first game of a homestand where home has not been to an advantage for Detroit. Home ice advantage came into play there in the most unbelievable fashion.
Well, this is absolutely incredible. I mean, Doughty is beside himself. He's right here. He goes, I know it's already gone. It's out of play. There's no question there. No point for any hustle there. O'Halloran here. He points. It's in the net. Nobody can believe this. And
well, I can see how Rob Martel, who's the referee by the net, would miss it, but everybody else.
Well, yeah, that's understandable. What I don't understand is every goal is reviewable. And if they see that thing in the mesh in Toronto and they say, guys, it hit the mesh.
But not in Toronto.
Wow.
Just like goaltender interference. Goalie can be clearly interfered with, but it's not reviewable.
Wow.
Look at Doughty.
Unbelievable.
He's pointing up.
Sticks up in the air like that, like it's gone. He knew it was long gone.
Yeah. Isn't it amazing, though, that Nick Kronwall gets the goal, and he was in the box for the power play goal and redemption in the strangest fashion possible to tie up the game.
What could a goal like this mean and do? That's an icing call against Detroit. What could this kind of a happening do to this team? The way they've been struggling to score, the way they've been struggling to score points. And if they should go on to win this game tonight, boy, it could be a watershed moment in this season for this Detroit Red Wing team with 9 regulars sitting in the dressing room watching on TV. Oh, my.
1933, the time of the goal. Kronwall from Zetterberg and Tatar. And it is a power play goal for Detroit. So their first power play goal in their last 26 attempts. And their first power play goal their past 7 games.
How about this, Kenny? How long have you heard me say I think that the mesh should be in play anyway?
I know, I'm with you.
Why not?
I agree.
I mean, that's the craziest happening I've ever seen in a game of hockey. But nonetheless.
Oh, look out here off the draw. Saved by Howard as Richards went to the front of the goal. Boy, they came close there.
Wow.
Puck will roll down ice. And we're going to overtime.
Well, the good news is the Red Wings got a point.
Yes.
Wow.
Much needed.
Hallelujah for that. Holy mackerel. And what a chance for Richards, who's already got one beautiful goal tonight. And somehow he finds himself in behind here. Holy mackerel. Jimmy Howard shuts the door there. This game has had about everything tonight. And the goal again that's tied this game. There's the puck hitting the mesh right up there. There's Jonathan Quick here. He has no idea where it is. It hits him right behind the helmet on the numbers. Goes into the net. That's the wildest happening I've ever seen. You gotta be kidding me.
Pun intended here. Talk about the Red Wings getting the monkey off their back.
No kidding.
Well, no better way than right there for that.
That's about as bizarre as you can get. Why it's not reviewable, I don't understand. It should be. But you know what? Just make the whole thing in play all the time. Keep the game going. Who cares?
Well, maybe the GM meetings in March, they'll be talking about it.
Well, if it goes for you, it's all great. If it's not, Daryl Sutter's got to be going, you can't be serious. He's scratching his head wondering, what happened to the rules in this game?
Well, it won't be the first one. There have been a few like that, and even this year we've seen it.
And Daryl's got a great sense of humor. You never know it because he doesn't smile very often, but off camera, he's quite a humorous guy, as most of the Sutters are. Great hockey family from Alberta. And that play is going to be shown all over the hockey world tonight, tomorrow, and all week, I'm sure. And the referees are talking to each other. They may not even know why that wouldn't be reviewable somewhere, somehow. And said, no, the puck went out of play and came back. It's like hitting a popcorn stand and coming back in and going in the net. That's crazy.
So Jeff Carter thought he had the winner. Nick Cronwall thought, oh my, I'm in the penalty box for it. And then, wow.
Well, we've had 4-on-4 earlier in this game tonight. And it got disrupted by another penalty, so
the Red Wings, who couldn't hit the back of the net, save their life, hit the back of the big net, and it winds up in the smaller net.
Oh, boy. Pretty amazing. Got Yurko out there for speed. Sheahan at center. Is this something? And Brendan Smith in his first year in the NHL, second, really. But
look out here. Carter coming in.
He only played in 82 games just as of last week.
Richard shot blocked.
Look at this.
It's a 2-on-1. Sheahan, Yurko, Sheahan, Yurko, saved by Quick. Smith, Cronwall, fires, save, and the rebound cleared. This is why you never leave the Red Wings hockey game.
They don't like this at all. This is one of those hybrid calls, and it probably shouldn't have been made, but it was. What a chance by Yurko and Sheahan. Mike Babcock starts the kids. Nice pass by Sheahan to get it around Willie Mitchell, and another spectacular save by Jonathan Quick. Oh boy, talk about an acrobat.
LA 3-2 in overtime in the 4-on-4 5-minute period. The Red Wings 2-3 in the 5-minute overtime period.
He's got a broken strap. What are they going to do here? They can't wait a whole lot of time. They'll have to replace him if he can't play with it. You get a little bit of time, and that's it.
Rookie Martin Jones is the backup. As cold as Jones has been, if he were to come into this game, he's 9 for 9 in the shootout. I don't know if they get there, but so Zetterberg against Richards on the faceoff. And went right to Quick. Going off for LA. Zetterberg with Nyquist up front, DeKeyser and Quincy. Immediate change for LA off the faceoff. Kopitar and Williams for the Kings up front. 4-on-4 hockey. This crowd on a Saturday night, boisterous. A chance, right in, DeKeyser. Oh, and he didn't shoot in a sprawling doubt. He made the save.
Zetterberg's complaining.
Here's Williams. Justin Williams took a shot, got blocked by Quincy. Another shot in front of the goal. Kopitar couldn't get a backhand away. He's knocked down by Nyquist, who has it underneath him. Kopitar digs it free. Goes back for Drew Doughty. Back for Kopitar. And Muzzin missed it. Back in for Williams. Off the bench, Martinez is blocked. Tatar shoveled one back. Quincy was checked immediately, though. Brendan Smith out of trouble.
Use your speed, kid. He's got it.
As does Tatar, who will wait for his teammates to change.
Amazing. Young player after young player gets thrown on the ice for Detroit.
What choice do they have?
That's right.
Here's Tatar. Couldn't get through. Smith checked in front of the LA bench, but got it back for Abdelkader. Smith will go off. Kindle will come on. Abdelkader gets checked. Recovered. But high stick he knocked it down with. Face-off will come back to the left of Jimmy Howard. So the Red Wings will make a change. Sheahan, who's been good on the draw tonight, will come out and take this face-off for Mike Babcock. Sheahan out along with Glendening, Kindle, and DeKeyser. The Red Wings have two face-off men just in case. Carter on the draw, won it back. Broken stick, point up, and Carter sent it wide.
Oh, my. Carter's not going to miss many like that.
Glendening. Doughty got a piece of the puck. Sheahan's got it. Sheahan, good spin back with it. Put back in deep by DeKeyser. Turning is Willie Mitchell. Boy, the Red Wings, in the midst of a change, Yurko up with Sheahan. LA will have to scoot back to get it. Now Zetterberg and Nyquist, Smith and Kronwall. Justin Williams for LA. Kronwall battles him. Nyquist. Back of the net, Kopitar with Smith tying it up.
They're going to win that battle with Kopitar. They do.
Nyquist, the odd man in. Carries through. Back to Kronwall. Zetterberg far side has it. Nyquist wide open. Oh, and it hopped off his stick. Brendan Smith let it go. Jonathan Quick keeps it going for Jarrett Stoll. There's a pair of 14s. Nyquist and Williams tied up the other end. Stoll can't get through. Kindle will turn. Kindle for Thomas Tatar. Puts on the brakes. Kindle to the goal, off a skate and just wide. Trevor Lewis. One-on-one with Kindle. Lewis still with it. Kings changing. Good work by Tatar. Knocked down Richards.
Out here.
Brendan Smith getting a stick in there on Richards. 35 seconds left in the overtime.
Anything goes. Hudson Bay rules
Now
now.
they are 2-on-2. Sheahan, hip check by Doughty. Yurko, his shot off the side of the net and a piece of it by Quick. Muzzin for Carter. Brendan Smith at center. Knocked out of the air. Picked up by Sheahan. In for Yurko. Backhanded. Smith with a shot. Loose for Yurko.
Wow.
Long shot wide. We're going to a shootout. I know it's a dirty word, the shootout, but we're going there anyway.
Well, there's been a lot of stuff going on in this hockey game, and I've talked twice, it's real bad luck for Detroit tonight. How bad is this bad luck? Nyquist is wide open in front of the net. The plays to Zetterberg. The defenseman goes to Zetterberg and leaves this guy wide open. And don't you know it, the puck explodes off his stick. That puck's going to the back of the net. If he handles the puck, goes to his backhand, he's got quick movement. Look at this. Here's a better example. Watch this. Boom! It's gone. He pulls it, boom, right there if he gets it. Wow.
LA will say that's the hockey gods because the way Detroit tied it.
Yeah, right. Look at Carter here between Jimmy's legs and outside the goalpost. That didn't even bad luck for Carter. A lot of bad karma around here tonight.
So,
Boy.
Carter and Richards have scored for LA. Zetterberg and Kronwall for Detroit. We get set for the shootout where the Kings are 6-3. The Red Wings are 1-7. Now the goaltenders with more on that and Trevor.
Thanks, guys. And with that, we will continue the conversation about the most bizarre play we've seen in a long time, which will be our big boys' big play of the game. There's the glass, there's the netting, and there's the puck right up there. And one more time, there it is. It hits the netting, comes down off the back of the goalie, into the net, off a building, off the scoreboard, off the popcorn stand, and in the net. Thank you very much, Michael Jordan or Larry Bird.
Nothing but net.
Nothing but net. Yeah, nothing but net. Oh, boy, that's our big boy play of the game. And here comes Mr. Tatar to start the shootout. Kenny?
Thomas Tatar, who had the game-winning goal against LA last Saturday, scores again.
Bingo.
Another one for Dad.
Wow. And Quick just two-leg the puck away. He's sour.
I love his celebrations.
Oh, boy. Look at the flex on that stick, eh? Oh, boy.
That's for Jan.
Think of your pop.
Yep.
Oh, boy. God bless him.
So Tatar makes it 1-0 against Jonathan Quick, who's 4-1 in shootouts, and Anze Kopitar, 5 for 8 in the shootout with 4 game-deciding goals of their 6 shootout wins. And he can't beat Howard.
Well, nobody could use a shootout win bigger than number 35. Because he's had trouble. It'd be huge for him. Kopitar tries the 5-hole. It's not there. Not fully, anyway. That never did get through. And Henrik Zetterberg. Here's their next shooter. Henrik usually dekes. But having seen Tatar, he might shoot this time. They've been deking a lot to their disadvantage. So maybe Henrik will change it up and shoot the puck.
Let's see. Zetterberg on Quick. Lost it.
There you go. Boy, that going back to that well has not been good for Detroit. He lost control right there. And it doesn't take much. And Quick, I think, had it covered pretty much anyway, whether he'd lost it or not. Here comes one of the best goal scorers in the National Hockey League.
Carter has a power play goal in the game.
Oh.
I can't beat Howard there.
Same thing. He tried. I can't believe that Carter tried to deke with a shot that he's got. Holy mackerel. Wow. He didn't even get a shot on goal. He hit his own skate. And Jeff Carter hit his own skate. And Yurko can end this hockey game, if you can believe it, with a goal right now.
In his first career shootout attempt. The win on the stick of Thomas Yurko. Saved by Quick.
Made it look easy, didn't he?
Yep.
Blocker save. And this crowd, not one sitting down, as the Kings have their third shooter. Easy save. Made it look easy anyway. And it's Richards. Already got a goal tonight. 20,000 people on their feet. And here we go.
And most holding their breath. Save Howard, Red Wings win it. 3-2 the final.
Look at his reaction. Oh my goodness. Wow.
And a game-deciding goal for Thomas Tatar. 2 consecutive Saturdays against LA. This one of the craziest endings to a hockey game you will ever see. Kronwall's equalizer and Tatar's winner. on a disputed goal. Off the net and in. And the Red Wings salute a home victory. Their 7th of the season. And few bigger than this one.
Look at this guy. He's a ball of energy. It's infectious. And boy, oh boy. As I said, nobody needs this win in a shootout bigger than Jimmy Howard. And look at his reaction. I mean, it's like a piano off his back. The handle? It's like a piano off his back. And after the roughing up with Richards, getting a penalty earlier tonight, and boy, did this team ever need this. It could be, it might not be, but it could very well be a watershed moment for this team with 9 guys in the dressing room watching and 9 first-liners. The Red Wings find a way to win here to start this homestand, and that is just
Number 1 from
huge.
Detroit, number 40, Henrik Zetterberg.
Jimmy Howard, the 3rd star. Henrik Zetterberg, the 1st. Slava Voinov, the 2nd.
Wow.
So the Red Wings managed to get 3 against LA. Consecutive games. To the studio we go, and Trevor.